Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and another video. Today we're back up in the workshop. Yesterday we were up here making some parts and there's a few odd ends jobs that I want to get done. So I thought I'd make more of a casual video, so a bit more of a vlog type video, but we're just going to crack on. So today what I'm going to be doing or working on is this. So I've got a vice mount kit for the table. So if you saw my last video, we were building this table and we never got around to doing the vice mount, so that's one thing we're going to get ticked off, so we'll get that sorted. Just a bit of Sunday work really, nothing too crazy, but I thought I'd try this sort of style of video out and see what the feedback's like. So yeah, a bit more of a chilled one, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we get into the vice, one thing I kind of want to give a little insight into is some of the work we're doing here in the workshop. So obviously you see my personal projects, but I think every now and then I'm going to start giving an overview or maybe a walkthrough of the parts we build. So yeah, I'm going to show you what we built yesterday because that may be of some interest to people. But yesterday we were working on some coffee legs. So these are for a bespoke table for a local carpenter. But they're custom legs that are 5mm steel. They're all spotted on the table, so they're cut on our Swifty table. We cut them on that, or given the drawing, check the drawing, cut them, spotted them, drilled, countersunk, and we've also integrated the customer's logo into it. So there's 4 of them done out of some 5mm steel, and an upcoming job we've got. Let me spin the camera around quickly. We've got this. So we've got a sheet of 304 3mm stainless and some tube, and we're going to be building some brake booster brackets. So these are very custom for a customer to his drawing, but we've got the steel there, we've got the tube, we've got a 3D printed jig which we're going to use for cutting and general referencing. So if it's something you want to see more of though, like you want to see an actual what we're building here with the equipment we've got, like I say, we're a start-up, we're a small business, but if you want to see what we're building, just let me know and I can start covering some more workshop content. Now the talking's done, straight into the stuff you're actually here to see. The fabrication, building, assembly, vice mount, Mac Industries table. So let's get straight into that and just get started on it. It's not necessary, but clean work surface, TIG welding, gonna be anal, gonna make sure it's perfect. Literally all that grinding dust, I'm gonna get rid of that, because I'm gonna weld it in this corner and jig it off the table. So take a quick look over what this vice mount consists of. You saw, I talked about the video, or spoke about the video, about being a modular fixture table. Modular being like the fact that you can add parts to it. So this vice mount here comes as a kit in sections, so I'll run through it quickly. You've got your actual vice mounting part, so it's like that. You say you've got slots in it, so for any vice sort of bolt pattern layout, you fit straight into that. So it's your top plate. You've got 2 of these, so there's side things to it. So you can see that goes to the face of the table, and then that runs level. All the same hole patterns, so literally they bolt straight up, so it will sit on the side of the table. I'll show you that in a second. And what secures it, because they're 16mm laser cut holes, you can use a shoulder bolt. So I've got 8 of them bought from Mac Industries, shoulder bolts, which locate it perfectly. And equally, even if you don't put a vice there, it's almost like another extension to the table, whether it be like somewhere to put your arm, somewhere to put your TIG torch. I'm going to use it for the vice mount because who don't want a vice on the table, but yeah, it's spot on. You could even, to be honest, I think once I've built this I'll show you, but you could even just stick it on top of your table and use it as a perfect 90 degrees. Yeah, it's possibilities pretty endless of it. So Gonna jig it up now. So I'll do a little time lapse jigging this up, and then, yeah, jig it, prep it, weld it. Hope you guys can see how quick that slotted together. So I've literally just dropped it. I put 2 pins, one there, just to locate that base plate. Literally that's loose. I've got 2 right-angled magnets, but the beauty is it just sits together perfectly. Like you can see, it even runs perfectly flush with that edge. So as I was talking about, you can almost use this on its own as another fixturing like tool. But yeah, it's spot on. So I think I'm just gonna look. You got a nice 90-degree surface there for whatever parts you were doing. Yeah, it's wicked. But that's, to be fair, that's the assembly one done. So that's the assembly bit done. I think I put a few more clamps in it. Might put a little bit of threaded rod through the bottom and side just to tie it together, and then can attack it. Got threaded rod. Got that through there. One on the bottom. I think I'll run one here just to pull that in, and then use that to grab a couple nuts, bolts, just pull that in as one unit, and yeah, not too bad. There we go. If you're MIGging it, I wouldn't bother with acetone. I know I definitely wouldn't, but because we're TIGging it, and it's pickled and oiled still, so, and it's just, yeah, it's been straight off a laser table package. It's gonna have some grease, some oil, some grit, just general sort of contaminants that are gonna make welding it messy. So, ground up that beauty, get that to focus. 2.4mm tungsten, chopped in half because I'm going to run a stubby torch, because last time I learned that getting inside them crevices, it's a pain in the ass. So drop that in the back of the torch, a small one, and drop my first axe. Man, it ain't easy getting inside these fuckers. See, this is literally first world welding problems. You see someone do it on Instagram and it looks so easy, and you're like, oh, just tack it up. You actually can't even just getting into position. There we go. Getting into position is actually the most of it. A little tip from myself, a learning tip for anyone new who's welding. I'm sure hopefully there's potentially people watching this who are 10 times better welder than I am, and have done it for their whole life and are really good. I never learned with a foot pedal. I always learned with a torch, and it really comes into effect and play when you get given jobs like this. When it's on a bench and it's a straight line and you're practicing, you think, oh yeah, foot pedal's great. And it is great. It has its advantages for aluminium and long runs, and it's a great skill. But using a button on a torch is also incredibly handy. Handy. Like roll cages, anything weird, which you're gonna do. It's real life stuff. Torch, button on the torch, no brainer. follow me over on Instagram, you'll see that I got this the other week. Nothing special, but a nice DA sander. I think when you do metal work, it's such a good way just to finish parts, gives it a nice professional finish. Did it on the table, so I'm going to match the table with the vice mount. So yeah, I'm going to run over that. First outing, it's got an old battery on it, but yeah, battery works. Fresh 80 grit pad. Pretty nice bit of kit. You got speeds on the side, so you got all the speeds up to 6. And what I really like is the locking button feature. So on, and it stays on. There's no sort of weird button or anything. You haven't got to hold it. It's just nice and easy. So yeah, let's sand this puppy. I'm going to drop one on just to hold it in place so I haven't got to worry. Holy crap, yeah. This is where you're going to find it a bit more difficult getting inside to get your spacers on. So, right, that's got it. That's safe, that's holding. What do we think of that? Bolted up. You can see. That's wicked. Literally adds right on. It's almost like it's part of the table. Only thing left is to throw my vise on. Number 2 record vise. It's reasonably old, but it's smooth, and it's not too big. Some of these vices, I've got another one that's absolutely massive, but it doesn't need to be that big. All it's got to do is hold small bits, little fixtures, little weird bits. It's just a working vise, and being a welder's vise, it's probably going to get beaten up, so it's not a bad thing that this one's a bit rusty, it's a bit smashed up. So but yeah, I'm well happy with that. That looks wicked. A nice addition. So guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I've tried to make it, as I say, a more casual one, not too serious, not scripted or anything. Just literally a day in the workshop building this vice mount. Or I say a day, it's been 3 hours-ish by the time I filmed this, so it's nice to make a video and be able to upload it in a day. Like I say, my previous videos, they take maybe a month to film. Time you've built it, filmed it, edited it, it takes a while. So, but yeah, I'll give you one kind of final overview of what we finished today. So here it is, finished up the vice mount, Mac Industries vice mount on with a record number 2 vice on it, all bolted down, all fitted up. As you can see, this sits nicely in the corner, and the beauty is you've got a perfect little workspace. The vice is nice and accessible. So yeah, that's perfect for what I want. But yeah, that is the end of the video. If you liked it, drop a like, and if you want to keep up to date with what's coming next, subscribe to the channel, notify you the videos with the bell icon, and head over to my Instagram where I post more regularly stories, Mason_Bennett54, or head to my business one, which is cut.manufacturing.solutions, as you can see there. But we've got a website, go check us out. Anything you want, plasma cutting, prototyping, hit us up. Literally, we'll help you sort it. So until the next one, I'll see you guys later.